Next one is the what is meant by current electricity means current electricity is the flow of charges. So charges are flowing in the conductor. For example, for a conventional current, electrons are flow from the negative terminal to positive terminal. So protons are flow from the positive terminal to negative terminal, or the positive charges, ions are flow from positive terminal to negative terminal. So electrons are flow from the negative terminal to positive terminal. That current electricity is the study of flow of electric charges. So we are going to study about the flow of charges. So Alexander Volta, so he is the he is invented the electric battery, which produced the first steady flow of electric current. So Alexander Volta is the scientist first invented the electric battery. So that is the steady flow of electric current. In modern world, it depends heavily on the electricity. So electricity so it's completely depending on only the electricity. So using that electricity, we are using the communication systems, electronic devices, home appliances, and everything. Okay. So now in this lesson, we are going to study about the electric current, resistance, and that related phenomena of the materials. Materials sort of property நம்ம இதல படிக்க போறோம். இதல the electricity இல்ல அப்படினா நம்ம எதுவுமே கிடையாது. So அந்த பல்ப் சரி கம்யூனிகேஷன் எல்லா பர்பஸ்லயும் யூஸ் பண்றது இந்த electricity தான். Next பாத்தீங்க அப்படினா electric current.
Try to visualize.
So next one is the electric current. So in this electric current அப்படிங்கிறது என்ன அப்படிங்கறத இப்ப நம்ம பார்க்க போறோம். So electric current அப்படிங்கிறது பாத்தீங்க அப்படினா the basic structure of the metallic conductor. Any conductor. Conductor means definitely it has the large number of free electrons. So you know that free electrons means that the electrons are in the outermost orbital. That is the outermost orbital which is in the outside of the nucleus. That's far away from the nucleus. So it is loosely bounded with the nucleus. So other electrons are tightly bounded with the nucleus, so it won't come out. But that electron which is in the outermost orbital, it is loosely attached to the nucleus. That is called free electron. That free electrons helps to conduct the energy. So you see that all the electrons are that interchanging the free electrons from one atom to the another atom. So in this process, that electrons are transfer the energy. So whatever it may be, the heat energy or electrical energy, whatever it is, energy can be transferred like this. The one atom is transferred to another atom, the free electrons. So it is closely bonded. So that electrons are move from that one atom to another atom. It is moving in a random direction. It changes. So one conductor, it conducts that current from one atom to another atom. Like that, the conductor conducts that energy. So now you can take the conductor. The conductor is connected to the battery. So battery, that one terminal is positive, another one is negative. That conductor having the large number of free electrons. So when the conductor is connected to that battery, so what will happen? That electrons are flow inside the conductor. See, that is a flow of electrons that is flowing inside the conductor. So the conductor electrons flow from the lower potential to higher potential. Already we know that. Positive charge means that is flow from the higher potential to lower potential. When the battery is connected to the conductor, the electrons are flow from the negative terminal to the positive terminal. So the conventional current direction source indicates that from positive to negative, but electrons are flow from the negative terminal to the positive terminal. Okay. So here the electrons are on one end, and it conducts the energy to the other end. In this electric current, charges are flow from the higher potential to the lower potential. So see the picture. So high potential. So water can flow from the higher potential higher. That means very high to the lower height. அதாவது ஹைட்டான இடத்துல இருந்து பள்ளமான இடத்துக்கு எப்படி தண்ணி போகுதோ அதே மாதிரி that charges can flow from the higher potential to the lower potential. So potential means you know that what is the potential energy of the charges, positive charge, negative charge, like that. So the potential charges are flow from the higher potential to lower potential, right? In battery, that negative terminal is the lower potential, positive terminal is the higher potential. So the charges are flow from the positive terminal to negative terminal. That's why it's called flow of charges from positive terminal to negative terminal, because positive is a higher potential, negative is a lower potential. So the electrons are flow from the negative terminal to the positive terminal to the negative terminal. So that is a flow of charges is called current. அப்போ current வந்து என்ன ஆகுது, பாசிட்டிவ் டெர்மினல்ல இருந்து நெகட்டிவ் டெர்மினலுக்கு பாசிட்டிவ் சார்ஜஸ் போகுது. அதே மாதிரி நெகட்டிவ் சார்ஜஸ்ல நெகட்டிவ்ல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா எலக்ட்ரான் வந்து நெகட்டிவ் சார்ஜஸ்ல இருந்து பாசிட்டிவ் சார்ஜ் போகுது. So when the charges are flowing into the conductor is called flow of current. So flow of charge is called current. அப்ப currentனா என்ன definition அப்படின்னா that flow of charges. So defined as the rate of flow of charges through a given cross sectional area. That's called current here. So now we are going to see that the cross sectional area. So in that conductor you can take the one closed surface area A. That's a closed surface area A. The charges are flowing into that area. So the charges are flowing into that area is through the A is called flow of current I. So the current I is defined as the flow of charges through a given cross sectional area A is called the flow of current I. So that will indicate in the diagram. And otherwise you can define that the charge current, if a net charge Q passes through any cross sectional area of a conductor in time t, then the current is defined as I equal to Q by T. So if a net charge Q passes through any cross sectional area in time t, so எவ்வளோ சார்ஜா இருந்தாலும் சரி அந்த கிராஸ் செக்ஷனல் ஏரியா ஏ வழியா எவ்வளோ சார்ஜஸ் ஃப்ளோ ஆகுதோ அந்த ஃப்ளோ ஆகுற சார்ஜஸ் டிபெண்டிங் ஆன் த டைம் பீரியட், தட்ஸ் கால்டு டைம் பீரியட் டி. So flow of current I is equal to Q by T. Q is the flow of charge, T is the time period. So that's called current I. So I is equal to Q by T. Okay. Next thing is I average. That flow of current is not average because the number of electrons passing through a given area is not a constant. See, one side is 3 charges are there, another side is 2 charges are there. எப்பவுமே வந்து 2 or 3 அப்படி கான்ஸ்டன்டா போகும்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. The charges may be differ. Maybe the number is increases or decreases. So it is not a constant. So depending on the flow of charges, the flow of current also changes. So உள்ள எவ்வளவு சார்ஜ் போகுதோ அதை பொறுத்தா கரண்ட்டும் வேரி ஆகும். சார்ஜ் அதிகமா இருந்தா கரண்ட் அதிகமா இருக்குன்னு அர்த்தம், சார்ஜ் கம்மியா இருந்தா கரண்ட் கம்மியா இருக்குன்னு அர்த்தம். Okay, so number of charges are increases, the flow of current also increases. So change in the charge, flow of charge. So change அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம், that is delta T. See that here delta Q, that is change in charge. Delta means a small change, Q means charge. So delta Q means change in charge. Okay. Next thing is delta T, that is change in time period. Delta T is the change in time period. So we can write I is equal to delta Q by delta T. So average current எப்படி define பண்ணுவோம் அப்படின்னா change in charge divided by change in time period, because it's not a constant value, it will changes continuously. So delta Q by delta T. Next thing is it is not a constant, means we can say that the delta T tends to 0. That means that flow of charges it changes with continuously. We have to calculate that instantaneous current. So instantaneous means in the time la evlo current for the particular second or 50 seconds 30 seconds, like that we can measure the current. So in that we can calculate that in that particular time period what is the flow of current, that's called instantaneous current. So instantaneous current to measure I is equal to limit delta T tends to 0 delta Q by delta T. This can be written as dq by dt, change in charge divided by rate of change of charge divided by the time. Okay, so dq by dt. So here that the unit of current is 1 ampere. So 1 ampere is defined as when the unit of charge you know that is 1 coulomb. Time period you know that is 1 second. So 1 ampere is defined as 1 ampere equal to when 1 ampere current 1 coulomb current is flow for 1 second. 1 coulomb current is flow for 1 second is called 1 ampere. So this is called, this is a definition for the 1 ampere, that unit of current is ampere. So next one we are going to see that conventional current.
Simple circuit allows
conventional current. So conventional current. So conventional current அப்படிங்கிறது it's a ordinary current. So how we are using the conventional current? See that when the bulb is connected to the battery, that current is flow from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. There is a conventional current. There is a conventional current direction. But actually, that electrons are flow from the negative terminal to the positive terminal. So flow of electron is called flow of current, but the direction is indicating that opposite direction to the flow of current. அப்ப electron flow ஆகிறதுக்கு opposite direction தான் நம்ம conventional current indicate பண்றோம். Okay, so current means the flow of electrons is called current, but the direction indicates that from positive to negative. So always the conventional current indicates from the current is flow from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. So this is a conventional current direction. Okay, so this is called conventional current. So electrons are flow from the negative terminal to the positive terminal. This is a closed circuit. But conventional current indicates the direction from here to here. So once that circuit is completed, the charges can flow from the one terminal to the another terminal. That's called closed circuit. Here see that it is not a open circuit. The current is flow from the, see here, that negative terminal to that filament, then it is flowing into the other side. See here, that filament also connected the circuit. So it's flow from here to here. Like that, that current is flowing from one end of the battery to the another end of the battery. So this is called conventional current. So direction of current is always opposite direction to the flow of electrons.